Being here in Australia reminded me of a story of a revelation that happened to me. That the Lord spoke to me when I started witnessing these trees here. I would go for walks and these trees are everywhere, as you can see here, this one. I'll show you more about this tree in a minute. I'll show you in fact another one right now. And with this tree, he gave me a revelation. That's why I want to say this story. There you go again. See how it looks much more nicer in person, of course. But look how beautiful and clear and clean, you know, just smooth, I'll say like that. The trunk of the trees. And I used to love, you know, still do, like looking at these trees where it's just so smooth. It's crazy. It's like someone grabbed, I don't know, this thin sandpaper and smoothed it out, and it's beautiful. And I used to always kind of like look at these other ones. Look at these ones, where it looked very rough and yuck. Like it's not nice looking at all. It's ugly. You know. This is that. Okay. Can you see? Good. Hope you can. So then one day God opened my eyes to something, because I wasn't really observing what I just kind of it was a side thought. What a beautiful, you know, tree, the way it's smooth and all that kind of stuff. And then also a side thought again about when I saw these kind of ugly looking ones full of that ugly bark. And then God, out of the blue, one day as I was walking, because I like going for walks with God, He opens my eyes and reveals a revelation to me that was very simple, that I didn't realize because I just wasn't observing it to that depth, that it was the same types of tree. And this same type of tree looks so beautiful, but also has its seasons where it gets really rough and ugly looking. And the ugliness and roughness, God told me, this is many times how people can become. They get hard and rough and ugly in their conscience, in their soul, in their heart, in their thinking, because of life's things that have happened. So, you know, bad things that people have done to them, mothers, fathers, things they've done, and then harden their hearts. Instead of saying I'm sorry, they got attitude and being proud and all that kind of stuff to react. So it caused this ugliness to, in the spiritual, it looks so ugly. Their soul, their heart, it hardened. And the Bible talks about the hardened hearts. And he showed me to not be fooled by looking at that when I come across people and they seem hard, they seem harsh, they seem, you know, difficult, rough and ugly in their character and attitude. But to look past that, because past that is this beautiful, smooth tree. That's the ones that I enjoy looking. It's the same thing. And if I can love them and speak who they're really meant to be, help them forgive, help them be forgiven, help them grow in their how God sees them and what their identity truly is, then that bark, that hardness, that roughness, that ugliness will fall away. Just like the hard, rough bark, that ugly bark that's around the tree, which is basically a protection for it, will fall away. So there's no hardness of heart towards God and towards people, but because I can help them, and you can help them, bring them to God, to heal their hearts, to forgive, to turn their attitudes around, to repent, then we would see these amazing trees that are already there, but they've just been covered up with life's things that came across their life, and the way they responded to it or copped from that caused them to have that hardness, and that will help cause it to fall away. So every time I come to Australia, I remember, because they're all over the place, these trees, as you can see now. You see, they're everywhere. It's the same trees. The gum tree. And some have that and some don't. So, two things I wanted to finish off with is, if you're that hard person that's become ugly in their soul, ugly in their heart, hard, rough in their character, God can help you. Jesus will help you. Come to Him to humble yourself. Acknowledge your wrongs. Give Him other people's wrongs and forgive them as God forgives you. And He'll help you come out from that hardness and be who you're called to actually be and look like and act like. All that stuff, it comes by going back to the one who created you, which is Jesus. Everything was created by Him and for Him. He created you. And to those who have come to Jesus and has had that process happen to them and is still going through that process of growing in your identity, growing in who God sees you to be and act like and all that stuff, help others, or at least see others through the buck. In the Bible it says, we know no one in the flesh now. So in other words, we don't look at them from what they act like and look like from the outside at the moment. Try to surpass that. Don't fall for it and run, because it's so bad and so ugly the way they act. But run to it and try. See through the bark, the ugliness, and see to bring out that gold, that treasure, who they really are, out of the yuckiness and help them come to Christ. And that takes walking in the love of God, because love is patient, love is kind, love is long-suffering, love is merciful. Love doesn't give up. Love doesn't seek its own. So that's what I wanted to share. Take care, guys. Bye.